Mr. Speaker, when we in Manitoba can ensure the provision of cancer care drugs to anyone who needs it, when we can, with relationship to water flow, deflect nature's plans and harness the water for our own benefit, we must show the same determination to improve the health of our children. I call on the Premier today for a firm commitment to eliminate the major nutritional deficiencies that are so prevalent in our province, for example, vitamin D. In the spirit of cooperation for the children of our province, will the Premier agree to call an all-party task force, including nutritional experts, to build and implement an effective plan to eliminate nutritional deficiencies in Manitoba by 2022, starting with vitamin D?
I thank the member for the question. We did actually have a food security component and continue to actively promote a food security component in our poverty reduction plan, which is now provided as part of every annual budget. Just yesterday, there was an announcement of a new program in Northwest Winnipeg where there is the capacity to work with local residents on healthy food, healthy preparation of food, and healthy production of food. And as the member knows, a decade ago there were virtually no community gardens in northern Manitoba. Now there are 900 community gardens in northern Manitoba. Those gardens are done in partnerships with local schools, local community organizations, local leadership. It provides fresh vegetables to people of the north. There's a revolving fund which allows people to buy fridges and freezers to store vegetables for the winter. And we are promoting in all of our schools many programs that allow young people to have access to breakfast programs and other forms of food security. And I'll be happy to elaborate in my next question on other things we're doing as well, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, there's virtually no vitamin D in vegetables. And in fact, what the Premier is doing is not sufficient to address the critical nutritional deficiencies that exist today. Even though we're in the 21st century, low levels of vitamin D are far too common in our province, including being found in up to 80% of expectant mothers in the inner city of Winnipeg. What is needed, Mr. Speaker, is the decision by this government to eliminate vitamin D deficiency and other nutritional deficiencies in Manitoba and to have an effective plan to do this. I ask the Premier, will he support and endorse my call for the elimination of major nutritional deficiencies in Manitoba by the year 2022?
Mr. Speaker, I think it's a laudable objective to ensure that proper nutrients are made available to young pregnant mothers, children, families throughout their entire life cycle. That's something that we're doing some very groundbreaking research on at an international level, including how to prevent FASD. The member opposite was on an all-party task force in the past. After the task force concluded its work, he refused to sign the document. If he's seriously interested in finding ways we can advance research on things like vitamin D, as well as other nutrients, and we do have some of the best nutrient research going on the planet at the Richardson Nutraceutical Center, at the St. Boniface Hospital, at the Manitoba Food Development Center in Portage la Prairie. There is some very worthwhile research coming out of Manitoba on the value of flax, on the value of vitamin D, on the important role of vitamin A in preventing FASD, and we're very interested in advancing a research agenda which allows all families in Manitoba to have the nutrients they need to have a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We provided back at the Healthy Kids Task Force a better alternative. We're doing so again. Every year for more than a decade, over 1,500 children under the age of 5 in Manitoba undergo painful dental extractions. Children with dental pain avoid eating, causing an obvious nutritional domino effect because vitamin D deficiency is one of the causes for the dental caries and the early childhood tooth decay. It's time to end the dental decay and the pain in kids. Let's act together. I ask the Premier, will he come on board and work cooperatively across party boundaries to ensure major nutritional deficiencies are eliminated in Manitoba by the year 2022?
Speaker, I was actually recently in a northern community of the Pas, and I met a dentist who was traveling to a variety of remote and northern communities. We were supporting him in doing that to do the kind of dental work that needs to be done in some of these communities. Most important, as the member knows, as a pediatrician, it's very important to actually prevent these things by having a healthy diet. by discouraging people from drinking soft drinks and other sugary products which destroy their teeth. And that is something that we're encouraging through school curriculum, through the kinds of food and food security programs we make available. We're very pleased to work with the member opposite on his ideas in this regard. We ask simply that when we actually work together, he support the reports that are developed and there's a consensus position on it, and not say that he's part of something and at the last minute reverse his position. We're pleased to go forward. We're pleased to consult him on any matters that will advance nutritious opportunities for young people and families in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker.